Hello and welcome to the weekly moon update. My name is Allison. I will be your host for this video to guide you through the moon energy and a little bit of astrology for this week. We are talking about the week of December 4th through the 10th. And before we jump into the moon energy, I wanted to talk a little bit about some exciting news that we have going on in the community. The first and biggest news is that the Just a Phase Moon Planner for 2024 is finally available to order. We're not doing pre-orders this year. It's just print on demand, so you can order it with the links in the description, and it is going to be printed and sent to you directly. So because we're doing the print on demand, if you are ordering a hard copy, there are additional items that you can purchase in my shop at priestessofwonderland.com, like the tabs and the stickers. I'm also throwing in some free gifts as well. So just like a cute little package. It's only like $5, and that's just to cover shipping because I wasn't able to do the pre-orders this year. So if you're not doing a hard copy though, you still have the option to purchase a digital planner that is available on my website at priestessofwonderland.com. And that's what we use in these moon update videos. It's a really wonderful way to save paper and to save money if you're on a budget. So both the digital and the hard copy are finally available for 2024. I can't believe we only have one more month left in the 2023 planner. How did we get to the end of 2023 already? I can't believe it. So coming up at the end of this video, I'm going to have a quick flip through of the 2024 planner so that you can get a sneak peek inside and decide if you would like to order for 2024. Two more things is that we're going to have our moon meeting tomorrow on Discord. That's Monday, December 4th. I'm going to jump in there around 8 o'clock and play a quick little like 20-minute movie. It's a movie from the 70s called Herself the Elf. And I just remember watching it as a kid and wanted to see it again. So I'm going to jump into Discord at like around 8 o'clock on Monday and watch that movie. And then we'll start the audiobook and our moon meeting at 8:30 p.m. So the other community event is that on Sunday, December 10th, we're going to be watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. And then we still have to pick our holiday movie. So The Nightmare Before Christmas is kind of in between, like an in-between movie. If you have a favorite movie that you would love to watch together as a community, throw it in the movie night channel in Discord, and everybody can vote for their favorite. Whoever has the most emotes on their, like, throw the trailer into the channel, and whoever has the most reactions or emotes, then it will pick that movie. We're probably going to be doing the holiday movie night on the week of December 18th. So I think we might do what we did last year. We had like a quick holiday stream, and then we watched a movie in Discord afterwards. I'll throw a couple dates in Discord the week of December 18th and see what works best for everybody. Then we'll pick our movie and have a holiday time. So if you didn't watch the last stream, we have a new friend hanging out with us in Wonderland. This is Fruitcake, the Wonderland elf. And she keeps an eye on all of us and tells Santa whether or not we are on the nice list or the naughty list. So you better behave. We can't have it be too crazy here in Wonderland. So those are the community events coming up this week and this month. So let's jump into this week. So, because we had a full moon last week, the moon is going to continue to decrease this week, and we have our last quarter week. So, the last quarter here on Tuesday is when the moon is half lit. But you'll see that the right half is dark and the left half is light. And the dark part is going to continue to get to increase. So the light is decreasing, the energy is decreasing. So this is like a waning week, and but because we still have half of that energy, this can still be a productive week, especially because we're starting off the week in Virgo. So definitely like put the to-dos that take a little bit more energy at the beginning of the week, because once we get to the end of the week, we have the waning crescent moon, and that's like really low energy. This is the waning crescent is around the time that you really want to start like taking things easy, get your meals prepped so that, or order takeout, or whatever it is that you do to make your life a little bit more easier. That's what you're going to want to start doing on the weekend, because we have our new moon next Tuesday. So, starting off on Monday, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to have our moon meeting on Monday, is because we've got a Virgo moon, and it's a last quarter Virgo moon, even though technically even though technically that's on Tuesday. But Virgo is the this planet that helps us get organized. It's an earth sign that helps keep us grounded, but it just has this way about it of just fixing things, organizing things, figuring things out. Virgo season is at the end of the summer as we're transitioning into fall. So it just helps us through this transition. It helps you fix things. It helps you get ready. It helps you prepare for things. So that's why we're having our moon meeting on Monday. So we'll be in Virgo energy for Monday and Tuesday. We won't move into Libra until 11:35 a.m. on Wednesday. So Monday and Tuesday is going to be a really good day to maybe get your meal prepping going, store some food in the freezer that you can just pull out at the end of the week, or maybe into the new moon week next week, so that you're not having to think about what to eat, or making sure everybody's fed. Anything that you can do to just kind of make your life a little bit easier is going to be good to do on Monday or Tuesday of this week. So that could be the meal prepping, like I said. That can be like getting all your cleaning done, like your deep cleaning done. That way you can kind of like let things slide a little bit next week around the new moon. This might be pulling all your Christmas decorations out of storage and putting the rest of your stuff back. Like, this is just like a very productive kind of energy. Then, when we move into Libra on Wednesday, Libra is really kind of, especially a waning crescent Libra, it really helps you kind of tie up the loose ends. Like, what are the things that you've been neglecting and that you really need to get done before this next moon cycle? So, Libra is the scales. So this is how do we create more balance in our lives? So it's just a really good time to, hopefully you can get a lot done and be really productive on Monday and Tuesday, and then on Wednesday you can kind of look things over, see what else you could, like what other things that you can just do really quickly, that the things that are quick and easy to do to help you get ready for the next moon cycle. So Libra season is fall season. So this kind of energy is just very like lighthearted. Like, think of that feeling that you have in the fall when you look outside and you see all the colors changing, and you're able to appreciate things for what they are and how they are just in the moment. Libra is ruled by Venus, so this is just very lovely energy, and it's going to feel like we're in this Libra energy for quite some time, because it's from Wednesday afternoon all day Thursday and most of Friday, and we won't transition into Scorpio until around 10:30 p.m. on Friday. So really the first half of this week is like getting things done, being really productive, and then Wednesday through Friday is just kind of like, what do we see? What do we absorb? What needs to be happening? I don't know. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. Just kind of like letting things settle and see what you need to do now. And then from Friday 10:35 p.m. into the entire weekend will be in Scorpio energy. So we just left Scorpio season and we are finishing up the Scorpio moon cycle at this time too. So this is almost kind of like saying goodbye to Scorpio energy, saying goodbye to Halloween, saying goodbye to the spooky nights and the spooky movies, because we're in Sagittarius season, and on Monday we'll be in the Sagittarius moon, which puts us into the new moon energy. So this last waning crescent Scorpio moon is really kind of saying goodbye to the Scorpio season, goodbye to the Scorpio moon cycle. You might even want to reflect back on what were your intentions for this moon cycle as we're getting ready for the Sagittarius new moon cycle next week. Another thing I want to mention about this week is that as we're transitioning into Libra on Wednesday, Neptune is also going direct. So Neptune has been retrograde for since the summertime. And this, if you have been feeling like kind of unmotivated in regards to your dreams and your goals, just kind of like feeling uninspired and just kind of like blah about things, this is because Neptune has been retrograde. Neptune retrograde is really kind of confusing and cloudy, and you're just like, I can't really see what the goal is, but I know that I'm supposed to be moving towards it. It's just a kind of foggy time. So thank goodness Neptune is going direct. If you watch the Witching Hours podcast, when I was talking about the whole month of December, the astro energy for the whole month of December, I think this shift or this shift of Neptune going direct is really kind of gonna help lighten things up a little bit and put a little bit of like Christmas magic into things, because Neptune like helps us just dive into that subconscious dreamy fantasy kind of energy and allows us to be a little bit more playful. So I think having this shift going direct and moving forward, we can allow ourselves to dream a little bit, to fantasize a little bit. And I really love that energy. Like Neptune is the ruler of my chart. So I really honestly have been struggling through this whole Neptune retrograde. Because that's what inspires me. That's what leads me. That's what guides me. That's like the little sparkle that I'm always like trying to reach for. And honestly, with Neptune retrograde, it's just been kind of dull and boring to me. So I'm excited to have that little spark again around this time. And I think it's something that we can really focus on, which is why I wanted to talk about it. Because Jupiter is still retrograde at this time, and this is the growth, expansion, and luck and abundance, which sucks to have it be retrograde and to have it almost feel like a lack of abundance, especially around the holiday season. So I think Neptune will help us again just bring that kind of lighthearted sparkle to the holiday season and just to remember like deep down what the whole point of the holiday season is to have gratitude, to spend time with your family, to be grateful for the things that we have, and to be charitable to our fellow humans. To remember that even if you're feeling like you might be lacking, there's always somebody that needs more, and this should be a time of giving and sharing, and it shouldn't be what our society tells us that it's supposed to be, which is greed and buy, 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 and consume, consume, consume. I think that Neptune going direct is going to help us bring a little bit more like Christmas magic and maybe some generosity and like real joy, not something that's like a physical tangible joy, but just like a those moments that you can experience when you actually take the chance to like get to know people or interact with people or just say hi or smile or do some small act of kindness. I think we're really hopefully going to be feeling that shift as Neptune goes direct. So our card for this week also makes me think of the Neptune energy shifting. The card here is the Witness. So the witness observes without engaging in any action. By cultivating inner stillness, we are able to assess any situation from a higher perspective and make better decisions. When we can be present for someone else's difficulties with stillness, then we are able to truly hear them and give better advice. Sometimes we can be so still that we are a mirror for the other. Then, through our presence, they receive their own answers. The witness that has been by your side all along is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer, but today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way. Witness creation unfolding before you. Change reality by finding stillness and letting your true intent reveal itself. The medicine of this card is acknowledge your preconceptions, ideas, and feelings about the situation you are in, but resist the urge to change any of it. Do not fall back into your controlling patterns. Instead, take a few breaths and connect with the joy of not having to perform. Hold space for the world to keep spinning on its own. So I think that this like fits perfectly in with what I was saying about Neptune in the sense that like if things have been feeling foggy or cloudy for you, this shift with Neptune, I think, is going to give us more clarity. But instead of acting right away, it might be good to just kind of take a pause, wait for that fog to lift. And even with the Libra in the middle of this week, wait for the scales to kind of balance a little bit and just see, just observe, just see what is happening, what is going on, and not necessarily especially not reacting and not just not taking action. And that's really the whole point of Sagittarius season is just to just kind of look back at this year, look ahead at next year and see like where do I want to go? What do I want to do? So I think this is a really beautiful card for this week. And because we're waning and we're decreasing, this isn't a week of action. Like, yes, get your Virgo shit together, your all everything organized at the beginning of the week, but then the rest of the week just like, okay, what are we even doing here? What are you like how did we get to the end of the year? Like that takes a lot to process. Like processing an entire year is a lot and then like reflecting on the next year like it's a lot. So give yourself time and space and to not necessarily act. This is a really big lesson for me because I get an idea and I'm inspired and I'm like, "Oh, I have to do it now. I have to do it now." And I like I have this I think it's like I have this fear that that motivation and that inspiration is just going to disappear. So I'm like, "Oh, I've got the inspiration. I have to do it now." And it's really been a huge lesson for me, a continuous, like, never-ending lesson to just, like, "Okay, let's actually formulate a plan, write things down, make lists." That's why I created this planner because I'm just like a, "Ooh, let's just jump right into it and do the thing." Whereas planning and making lists and organizing, like, helps me to slow down and actually makes things more likely to happen because you took the time to plan it or and organize it and think about it and to to just take the time to do those earthly things that we need. We need that foundation and that that level to stand on. Otherwise, we're just gonna crumble. So our chakra card for this week, and this is the second most received card in this deck. It's crazy. It's this one and the prosperity one that's like allowing the flow of energy to come and go. So the this one, no worries. We get the oh my gosh, we get this one so much. Remember that protection is your divine birthright. Ground your energy into Gaia with a vibrant garnet red grounding cord that you send from between your hips down into the depths of her sacred wound. Send all of your fears, worries, and concerns down that cord and feed them back to Earth where they can be transformed and transmuted, returning to you as usable white light. So, this is a root chakra card. The crystal is red jasper, and the herb that they recommend for working with this energy is rosemary. Red jasper is like a really wonderful go to for grounding. I feel like this card connects with the Virgo energy that we're starting off this week with to again give it, like I just said, give us that like solid foundation to stand on. And then it feels like building this platform from which to observe, like something to stand on so that you can like get a good 360 view of like what's going on in your world, what's going on in your life, to help you kind of eventually next week when we're setting our Sagittarius intentions of where we want to go, where next year. So, our crystal for this week is Sunstone. It activates the sacral chakra for leadership, creativity, passion, and enthusiasm. It fills you with optimism, openness, and warmth and inspires consciousness and awakening. Sunstone is a great tool for developing leadership and organizational skills. When a decision needs to be made, Sunstone offers clarity and the ability to act in the concert with a larger purpose. The affirmation is I am a natural leader. I enjoy and express my creativity and passion. So I feel like all of these cards together is like I was saying with the root chakra card is having that foundation or that platform from which to observe. And when we're pausing and we're standing and we're taking things in, we're receiving, we're being the witness, that's when like those creative juices start flowing. And if you allow yourself to kind of sit in that creative juice before actually taking action, that's when like it's like creates this snowball effect of like this one little spark is now like this nice ball of fire from which to work with. Sunstone is really a really wonderful stone for being grounded. It's almost like giving a container for your creative fire to work in, because it does grow with tourmaline, with black tourmaline, which is like a black stone for, so it helps you like get rooted into and put a container, a safe space for you to create. So this week feels like we're building this foundation from which to sit and observe and kind of stew in our own creative juices, which I think is pretty cool. So I hope that you feel inspired to just kind of be the witness, not necessarily act or react on anything this week. Allow your energy to decrease along with the decreasing light and energy of the moon so that we can prepare to kind of cocoon a little bit around the new moon to help us get ready to set those Sagittarius intentions next week. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you are interacting on Discord so that we can vote on our holiday movie. Remember, we have our moon meeting Monday at 8 p.m. or 8:30 if you just want to be there for the meeting, that's fine too. And then Sunday, December 10th, we're going to be watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. So I hope to see you sometime this week. Oh, I will probably be streaming sometime at the beginning of the week, either between Monday and Wednesday. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.